Okay, hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is Rob at Smirking Gun Reviews, fixing my hat as usual. If I'm not touching my hair, I'm touching my hat. So we're back with another episode of The Expanse today. One more before I move on. So we're doing Season 2, Episode 9. It's called The Weeping Somnambulist. Oh man, I almost got that word out completely without screwing it up. Somnambulist. I think it means crying sleepwalker. I don't know. Something like that. Anyway, full spoilers are ahead if you have not seen the episode. And this will be kind of a quick video because to me there's honestly not much to it. It's not a bad thing because what is in it is good. But it's like 42 minutes and minus like previously on and credits and all that. It's like that's in 40. So they just cut right to it. So we've got two storylines going here. We've got Holden and crew, taking over this little ship called the Weeping Somnambulist to get to Galamide. And on Earth, we have Bobby Draper headed to Earth with the rest of the Mars Coalition to give her statement about what happened on Galamide to Christian and Aaron Wright. So which storyline do you think I'm going to pick to talk about last? Because I usually like to save the best for last. So honestly, I like saying best, but I'm sorry. There's a reason I picked her again as the wallpaper because anyway. So let's talk about the somnambulist part first. So they take over, they board this ship. There's just a couple of people doing relief work. And this is kind of like a sad story because, I mean, these are people just trying to help and they're kind of caught in the middle. And it's a nice kind of, it's a nice way to tell how people get caught in the middle of these, conflicts between all these people. That the people that get hurt first are usually the people trying to help. That's how I see it. People, like just kind of like those doctors that were on, trying to get on arrows to help people. A little misguided, but their hearts are in the right place, and then they end up just getting killed because that's what happens. The first ones that get hurt are the ones that, are in the wrong place at the wrong time, kind of thing. So they need a ship to slip in to Galamide because the Rossi is way too conspicuous and known, and it's a gunship, so they're using this ship to sneak in. Now we also got Prax trying to send a message to Doris's family and not being able to do it because of, I guess they need like radio silence. They don't need anybody knowing where they are. It's kind of sad that, he gives this nice message but can't tell the truth. Nobody wants to hear that their family member was sucked out of the airlock while they were alive or dead. Either way, it sucks. But at least Amos is straight with him. And that's great. And that's a good thing he was talking to Amos because at least he knows, like in that situation, he will tell you, what's what. And it is right that if they're dragging him along, well, not dragging him along, but if he's a part of this, he needs to know the whole thing. They keep talking about no secrets, but you kind of have to let this guy in on it. Besides, who's he going to tell right now? And so I like that there's a great story because Amos just keeps kind of throwing in little lines here about their luck and stuff until Holden's like, hey man, Jesus Christ, but I love it. It's great. And so they get their plan, they're going to sneak in. Alex is going to hide the ship behind a moon, get what they, go down there, find out what they need. Bickety bam, bickety boom, and get out of there. But when they get there, pretty much right away, other than right as soon as Amos says that this place looks like Baltimore, which kind of does. If the only part of Baltimore you've seen is a factory, but I'm not dissing the simplicity of that moment. But when Amos gets bumped by that guy, it pretty much is like something's going on, and they're headed right for their ship that they were just on. So they know something's rotten in Denmark. So they immediately go back. Now these guys are, they were clearly waiting for this ship that they didn't tell them. But, when they come there, they take a cut. And now they're going to take everything. And then they're going to kill them. So when Holden and crew come in, guns blasting, to take these guys out, they mean well. And without them there, they both would have been killed. But he goes down, the couple that's there, I don't know if they're husband or wife or whatever, but the male, he gets killed, and she screams for them to get off. So basically, even though they saved her life, just being there and whatever, even though, like I said, she'd probably be killed, these people are already like a casualty now, just trying to help, and they wind up being victims of this situation. And that's it for their part of the story. And it's like, I'm sure that that part of the story is going to amp up in the next episode. But now we got Bobby and the Martians. Bobby and the Martians sounds like a freaking 1960s band. So they get there, and they got to take all these drugs and everything to handle Earth's atmosphere. The one dude throws up immediately. It's just it was a little much. That part of it, because it's just kind of embarrassed. They're already looked down on by Earth. So when that happens, it's kind of like they're like the stepkids, coming back home. It's kind of sad and messed up. But anyway, they get there, and she's wanting to experience Earth while she's there, but she doesn't get really much time to enjoy it, because they have their sit down, and at least 2 of the 3 of each table is trying to play nice. Of course, the generals, they can't help but just automatically start taking shots at each other. But at least Aaron Wright, kind of says, all right, let's get to business. And they start trying, they both kind of like, just playing the little game that they have. And they bring in Bobby, who gives the scripted answer. And this is where she finds out that, already she knew she wasn't going to be able to talk about the guy in the vac suit. So already she's not liking this. And also, Christian's paying attention very closely to every word that comes out of this girl's mouth. And so when they throw Travis under the bus, and they realize that she's being a scapegoat, Travis is being a scapegoat, they're being blamed for everything that happened, and she's basically has to turn around and walk out of the room, and Christian can smell that bullshit like from a mile away. So we know what's going to happen pretty shortly after this. But it is messed up. But it's typical, right? She's just, she's supposed to just be the good soldier and take the hit. And let Travis take the hit. After all they've been through, and fighting amongst each other. Now it's bad. That was bad enough. But once they become a unit and now they're all dead, they're going to make them take the fall too. And that's just fucking bad. So it's great that when Christian, asks for her to come back. And they're, like, wow, it's like, because I fucking said so. Like, I love it. So this is just another scene where she just plants her badass flag in the ground and just says, bitch, you're going to do what I say. Bring the girl to me. So they get her to come back. And this time, she asks the right questions. And, it starts getting a little bit. And, hey, where's this going? Well, anywhere I goddamn want. God, I wish I could talk like that to people at work sometimes. And then when she starts to get a little, like when they're asking about, what do you think of Travis? Do you think he would have done this? And blah, blah, blah. And she starts to say, and then the guy steps in and she's like, who the fuck are you? Fuck off. Again, just kick ass. And she gets her to say that no, he wouldn't have done this. And there was a dude there with a vac suit. She got flustered. She threw the real words out there. and they cut her off. But it's like in court, okay? If somebody says something like incriminating or damaging to somebody, one of the other people's case, you can tell the jury to dismiss it. You can tell everybody to forget they heard it. But once the words are out there, you know, you can't put the genie back in the bottle. And even like the first time I remember hearing that in like a movie about, you know, don't do that. I think it was like in A Time to Kill when somebody, I think maybe it was Chris Cooper's character on the stand, who was just like, you turn him loose and all this, and they're like, don't listen to him or whatever, you know. Anyway, that's way off topic. I'm just saying there was precedent. But I love it. Yeah, once you say it, you can't take it back. And you said it in front of Christian. So now she's going to be a dog with a bone. And so she immediately... So we also have this little brief part, and important though, with Janice or Enos, Dr. Enos, and Dr. Itriup, Christian's man on the Venus exploration ship, to find out what's going on with the Eros asteroid. And there they find, well, there's other ships up there, Mars ships and everybody, you know, again, of course there is. But they find that big-ass impact crater. And so shit's about to get real on Venus as well. And when he secretly sends that to her, now she's like, Eros changed everything, because now we got dudes with vac suit on Galamide without vac suits. So it's game on. Everything's changing. Everything's getting crazier. And I have a feeling that it's going to amp up pretty quickly. So anyway, that's it. It was a brief episode. I mean, they're all not that long. But it was a pretty concise and tight episode. And I really like that. I appreciate that sometimes. So anyway, that's it for this episode. If you liked this video, please hit the like button, comment, share, subscribe, hit the bell, all that stuff. Check out all my other videos. I want to thank everybody for all the support. Ever since we hit 300, we've already jumped to 320 subscribers, so boom. That's great. So I want to thank everybody for commenting, sharing, all the support, any way you can to help me out. I mean, like I said, I don't do this for money. I do this for fun and to just, you know, have a little community. And I'm enjoying this community of the Expanse. You guys have been really, really helpful with helping me out with the history of the show and all that other stuff. So I just want to keep it going. We'll be doing a lot more. Hopefully we can get into season 3 while I'm on my vacation next week. So that's about it. This is Robin Smirking Gun Reviews saying thanks again for choosing to watch this video, and we will see you on the next one, and have a great night.